Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Celtics Tip-In. My name is Christian Nagel and I'm here with my colleagues Jacob Toby and Clevis Murray. All right, guys, how we get it started? Our first topic of the day is injuries. Celtics have been riddled with them so far at the beginning of the season. They've started off pretty unexpectedly with the 5-4 start. What do you guys think of this?
Well, I mean, you're missing your best player or your second best player in Al Horford. He's the guy that you signed to a max contract in the offseason, and you're missing him right now. He has due out for a concussion. He's taken longer than expected. Brad Stevens still doesn't know when he's going to return, so it's up in the air what's going on with him right now. But at the same time, it's your best player, and when you miss either your second best or your best player, it's going to hurt you.
Yeah, but going off Jacob's point, it is a possibility that he plays tonight actually against the Pelicans because it was announced the Celtics saying like it's up to Al's decision during shoot-around. But I agree with that. The Celtics have been injury riddled with Kelly Olynyk missing time for shoulder injury, but he did come back. Marcus Smart with his toe and Jay Crowder. So it's just about finding their rhythm. Right now, they're just struggling with without any of their key players.
And now do you guys think this is affecting the defense too? Because obviously a lot of these players are their key defensive players. They were ranked last place in their defense against the Washington Wizards last Wednesday, and now they're only at 25th. So what do you guys think of this?
Well, yeah, I mean, Jay Crowder is maybe your second best perimeter defender behind Avery Bradley. Jay Crowder can guard the 2, 3, or 4 spots in the lineup. He's more equipped to guard LeBron James than anyone else on the roster, maybe other than Marcus Smart. And when you miss him, he also makes tough shots. He makes clutch shots. He's one of your clutch shooters that you have on this team. Remember, he hit that game winner last year against Toronto in the corner, fading away in the 3. And he's the heart and soul of this team. I mean, ever since he's got to Boston, he has been the guy that they look to for energy and commitment to the team. And when you miss that, your team is obviously going to struggle.
Yeah, and along with that, the Celtics, they're just flat out small. They're the shortest team in the NBA. Along with that, they don't have a rim protector. The tallest player is Al Horford. He's not historically a rim protecting type of player. So if you put that along with the shortest player, they don't have any type of protector at the paint. They just have perimeter defenders. So guys like LeBron, DeMarcus Cousins can just stroll their way all the way to the hoop. So I think the Celtics need to make a deal or some type of way just to get to that level where they can compete on the defensive end.
All right, well, who are you looking at then? Because
Willie
there's a lot of guys out there.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Willie Cauley-Stein of Sacramento.
That's been rumored.
Because he's a guy that wants out of Sacramento. Has been linked to the Celtics. So I think 7 foot guy with 7 foot wingspan. So he has the length and he has the height. So I think if you just make a deal, if you trade a guy like Tyler Zeller, throwing maybe James Young, maybe a second round.
Yeah,
pick.
I'm not giving up more than much. I'm not giving up more than that. If they ask for Terry Rozier or someone else like that, I do not say.
I think he's
yes
worth 2 players. Just because, plus he's only in his second year of the NBA. He gives you the Celtics know that they need a rim protector, and he's athletic too.
And they give him rebounding too,
which
they've been missing.
I mean, would you not do? Willie Cauley-Stein.
I would do it. I just wouldn't do it at the price of a rotational player. No, I would get rid of Tyler Zeller and a couple of picks, James Young. Sure, that's fine. But I'm not doing more than that. If they ask for more than that, they're crazy.
Yeah, so we both agree on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so both agree on the deal. Okay,
yes.
So Willie Cauley-Stein's a guy I think the Celtics should attempt to acquire, especially with Sacramento probably going to have a fire sale eventually.
Yeah. All right. And so on to our next topic is guard play. Terry Rozier's energy has been up. It seems like the game's going a little bit slower for him. Marcus Smart's energy seems to be up too. He's doing, he's making a good run for 6 men of the year. But the biggest story for Celtics guard play has been Avery Bradley. He's been straight, as you quoted a while back, he's been straight balling lately. So what do you guys think of Avery Bradley's emergence so far?
I think it's just it's showing that you can continue to improve your game even though people don't expect you to. Because Avery Bradley, each year he gets better offensively and defensively. And now he's proven to the entire league and the entire fan base that he is a true two-way player, offensive and defensively. He's had games of 30 points and 10 boards. He's had games of 30 points and maybe 8 assists. He's showing that he can truly score. And this season, 40% of his shots are unassisted, meaning that he's creating opportunities for himself and others along the way.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we've always talked about Avery Bradley. Can he start to create for himself? You say he's doing that. He's also leading the team in rebounding. I mean, that's a good thing. That's also a bad thing if you're a Celtic fan because you want your big guys to obviously lead this team in rebounding. But Avery Bradley's definitely had a good season. I don't think, though, that he's going to be an all-star that some people say. There's just too many good guards in the league and in the Eastern Conference as well to make him in the all-star. But he could be discussed as well.
Yeah, I think that's a far-fetched idea from being an all-star, just like some of the rumors going on with the Celtics, just super far-fetched. Avery Bradley will probably just have a good season, but not an all-star worthy type of year.
And so for everybody else knows, he's literally topped all of his stats so far, offensive stats so far this season. There's not one that I noticed that he hasn't topped. But it seems like his defense is going down. At least when it comes to the rating. What do you guys think of that?
I don't think so. I think he stayed true to who he is and who he came into the NBA as. I think defense is his first mentality. He's still heckling guys on the court up and down 94 feet. I think he's just developing more as an offensive player, and he has more responsibilities on that side of the court.
Yeah, and when you have more offensive responsibilities, maybe your defense will slide a little bit,
It's
but
exhaustion.
I'd still take him over anyone else in the league on the perimeter
Now,
to guard
you guys
guard.
think this be off of the injuries too? Because now he needs to, do more on defense because the rest of the team's slacking, right?
I think the opposing defensives now look at him as like a go-to player, where in the past it was just like he's just a surprise type of guy. I think having more defenders on him plays a role in that because now he has to do like more off-screen type of plays, looking for the ball and more cutting.
They gotta watch him on the 3-point line. A couple years ago, it was just in the corner that they had to worry about. Now it's everywhere on the perimeter that he can consistently pull up for a jump shot and give defenses issues. So he's definitely in the minds of other teams on the offensive side.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, he's doing it on his own. Also, this season too is Isaiah Thomas. He seemed to be up in his game. I didn't think that was going to be possible, but he's doing pretty well. I think he's averaging 26 points per game, and that's top 10 in the league. Actually, all of the league. So what do you guys think about that?
I mean, IT's just playing ball right now. He's just going out and doing everything for the Celtics team that they wanted to do. I mean, he worked in the offseason really hard. He said, I want to get better than I was last year, which was his first All-Star appearance.
Yep.
And he wants to lead this team, and he wants to lead this team as far as they can go. He's been a great guy on and off the court, and he's really developed his game in all facets. He's developed that floater that he's talked about in the offseason. He wanted to continue to develop. His defense has gotten a little bit better. I mean, you can't help being 5'9",
Yeah.
whatever he is. You can do the best job you can do, and he's been doing that.
Yeah, to piggyback off that, I think Isaiah Thomas has had an exceptional year so far. Hopefully he continues and he has a second All-Star season. And I think that he knows Boston's probably his only opportunity to actually be a star. Because if he's on any other team, he's not the star. He might even be the starting point guard. So I think being here, he knows his role. He knows that he has to dominate. Especially, who else can really do much on the opposite side of the ball besides him? Avery Bradley gave him credit, but he can't really create or score that many points to himself. I think Isaiah Thomas knows what he has to do for his team to win ball games.
Do you think Isaiah Thomas will make the All-Star team, yes or no? Because now you have Kyrie, who's healthy again, playing, like you say, is an MVP caliber player. We may disagree on that, but that's another story.
I will say yes, only because he's averaging 27 and 6 a game, and that's hard.
It's hard to say no.
It's hard to say no, but the Celtics need to have the wins to back it up. That's most important to being an All-Star.
All right. So now our next topic is Isaiah Thomas, Avery Bradley. They're only two of the 15 players on this team. There's also Jaylen Brown, who is backing up Jay Crowder right now, who's been injured a good amount of the season. IT did say that the Celtics are missing Evan Turner, but do you think he's not giving Jaylen Brown enough credit?
Jaylen Brown, I mean, he's coming off slowly, I think, which is pretty good. I think that, it's going to come with time because this is only his first month in NBA.
Yeah.
He's progressing pretty strong. I know against the Bulls he had a pretty good outing. When he does, against the Cavaliers, had a pretty good outing.
19 points.
Yeah, I think he's having a really good season. He's not struggling for a number 3 pick. He's showing that he can play in the NBA. His opportunity will come sooner rather than later.
Yeah, going back to that Cavs game, LeBron James gave him his credit. He said he's a strong kid. He wants to defend. He wants to play well. Hit a couple clutch threes in that game, which coming into the season, Jaylen Brown could not hit a jump shot. And now he's starting to develop that in his game. Free throw shooting still maybe an issue here. But you can definitely see flashes of greatness. I mean, this guy, they've named him the most athletic player in that draft this past season. So the Celtics do have a good player in Jaylen Brown. They're just going to have to wait a little slower. Those athletic guys, they take time to develop.
Yeah, and I think the free throw line thing, he knows how to get to the line. We see that at Summer League. And
he doesn't stop attacking.
Yeah, so I think that's something that you can't teach that. That's just in you, that reckless mentality to the hoop. If you have that, I think that it just shows you that he wants to get better. It's just having like a careless abandon to just win games.
All right, do you guys think this is the right pick for the Celtics? There's a lot of talk at the beginning of the season. Do you guys think, or when he got drafted?
Now. I mean, right now it looks
I
pretty
mean,
good on us.
he's a useful player already. He's in the rotation. He's backing up Jay Crowder, and he gives you another defender, which Brad Stevens loves versatile defenders. And then why not pick him? I'm so glad the Celtics did not pick Dragon Bender. He's not worked out for the Phoenix Suns so far. And you could go either way with a Buddy Hield or a Jamal Murray or Chris Dunn. Yeah, they would have helped this team, but again, so many guards on this team. Whereas you slide in that small forward position, you have a guy that can play right away.
Yeah, think about it. Of the top 3 picks, Jaylen Brown's having the best season. Ben Simmons has not played yet. Brandon Ingram struggling with the Lakers.
Yeah, I would take Jaylen Brown over Brandon Ingram any day right now.
Yeah, see? So it's just, and then to me, Brandon Ingram's actually going to struggle a lot more because he's too skinny. Jaylen Brown shows
It's just too skinny.
Yeah, just to say. But Jaylen Brown shows that he can play in the league. And as I told Jacob earlier, he reminds me of like Kawhi Leonard. I think he's going to have that type of progression year to year.
And it did take Kawhi a little time to get his 3 points down. So there's something to look forward on that. So back to the Celtics' unexpected start. Celtics have a lot of talent this season. You know, they picked up Al Horford in the offseason, and now it's kind of looking not so great on how confident they were at the beginning of the season. Do you guys think they might have came in with a little bit of arrogance, or should we wait on this before?
I don't know if it's arrogance per se, but I definitely think they were quite confident in what they were doing in the beginning of the season. Isaiah Thomas admitted, you know, we thought we were better than we actually were.
Yeah.
Yes, there's injuries, but you still have to go out and play basketball.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Like you said, IT, like we're not as good as we thought we were. It's only 2 weeks in the season. Just give it some time. I don't think the Celtics are like a top team as like Cleveland, as like some would say. I think they're like more like middle of the pack like last season, and I think Celtics fans and the rest of the NBA needs to give them more time just to like get in the flow of things. It's only been 2 weeks. Just give it some time.
Yeah, when they have their starting 5 back, then start evaluating their play. They should be the 2nd seed in the East. I don't. Oh, what do you think? I mean,
I'd probably say I'm still hopeful on the Knicks and the Bulls. Knicks and the Bulls.
I don't know about that. The Knicks have been struggling bad, and they've had their whole starting 5 together.
You're right. I mean, like it's just time.
Yeah, this is a man that thought the Knicks would make the conference championship this year. That's a little ludicrous.
I'm not wrong. You guys can get back to me in April when the Knicks do make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wow. That's bold, man.
Bold prediction. I'm telling you.
That's bold. That's
and
bold.
The Bulls too. You think?
Who expected them to hit 3-point shots?
Dwayne Wade was hitting 3-point shots. I don't know.
No one expected it. It's just a season of surprises. I mean, when Miami went 9-8 back in 2010, no one expected them. So I think the Knicks are gonna get better along with the Celtics.
Miami's different. They had LeBron James back then. I think that's a little different than the Celtics right now, or any other team, or the Knicks or any other team. But again, no, I think the Celtics, 2, 3, 4 seed should be done. No matter what order you have, you still have Toronto in there. It was a good team. DeMar DeRozan lead the league in scoring. Yeah. But again, the Celtics should be a good team, and they should challenge Cleveland. The one thing is, are there going to be some trades? We've talked about it off the air, now on the air. Trades are going to be coming up. They've already came up. Klay Thompson is in the mix. You say no way. DeMarcus Cousins, you say no way as well.
Anthony Davis, no way. I don't think the Celtics make a big splash for a big superstar this season, unless like the star wants out. Because you mentioned Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, like they never publicly said they want to be out. They haven't hinted like that to their front office that they want out. I think the only way the Celtics get those stars is if those players agree to the deal. So.
And the only player that actually wants out is Omer Caspi, and the Celtics were reportedly interested in him, but the Celtics don't need Omer Caspi. Yeah, they need DeMarcus Cousins though.
Yeah, we need a superstar here.
I mean, I think you definitely pursue anything you can, but at the same time, don't give up too much for what you have as a good young core with Al Horford coming back, Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas. It's a pretty good big 3 to build on.
Yeah, Danny Ainge knows when to make the deal. He knows when to hold off. Like Jahlil Okafor last season, like he knows the right buttons to push to get things going.
All right, would you guys want to trade for Nerlens Noel?
I would trade for Nerlens Noel. I think he's a perfect fit for this team. They need a rim protector, like we talked about earlier. Al Horford can play the 4 or the 5. He'd be playing the 4 with Nerlens Noel next to him. The thing is, what do you give up for Nerlens Noel?
Would you be willing to give up Avery Bradley for Nerlens Noel? And maybe a draft pick, too, because that's what they're looking for in the preseason.
I wouldn't give up a first-round pick for Nerlens.
I don't know.
It's tough. It's very tough.
Is.
He hasn't played it all this season either.
That's true, too.
No, he's hurt.
So he's hurt right now. He definitely wants out of Philly. He's doing an extension, actually, which would make him a restricted free agent. So you got to think about long-term, how much money would you want to pay him? So
probably not that much. Yeah. At this point, he's not.
You got to wait on that one.
Exactly.
All right. And that is our show here from Studio 73. And have a wonderful day.